Okay, guys, welcome back to another episode of Nation Building, Nationhood, and we'll get right back into it. We were last talking about land and infrastructure, and once you get there, uh, you're gonna need to think about development and sustainability because the land there is undeveloped. So you're not going there and you're gonna have a job or something or get a job or something. That's not what's gonna happen.
Have many different sides.
And so, um, let's see, 47, 58, that's 10. Let's do the end. Yeah, so we said we were gonna talk about the next phase once you kind of get a grasp on the fact that you have to uh, go with the idea of building, of recreating or creating. And so you have to take what you have. Of course, this is commentary, once again, NFAC, about the NFAC, and nation building, nationhood. Uh, the only thing I can do is help the discussion move along because nobody is talking about it right now. Well, the people who are part of the Exodus um, aren't talking about it. Neither, of course, mainstream media is not going to talk about it. So the black media is not talking about it. Only thing they're talking about is what is going on in this alternate reality, which they live in. So we're not gonna be able to worry about those people who haven't studied, um, who aren't, up to par. We have to go ahead and just move along. They have a long ways to go, as do we. But at least we're on the right path, right? So, repatriation, uh, repatriates. Now, when I last left, we were actually actually Queen Juliet was on the board, and Blacksit uh, was it this one? Uh, she's talking about repatriation and citizenship, and that's what we need to talk about. Uh, they actually changed the some clauses in the Constitution there in the Gambia where uh, she is and Queen Juliet, and she's been doing a lot of work to help the transition for people who are coming. So it would be in your best interest to contact her, and if you are that far ahead or if you want to get more information. So how can you get there? How do you get there? Well, like everybody else, you can't drive unless you're in Europe somewhere, and you can't. You can boat or you can fly. and you it is suggested, a lot of people are suggesting that you go and get a feel of the place and then return, but a lot of people are not going to be able to do that. A lot of people um, are not going to be able to go and come back, and it's not going to be due to the fact that they don't have the financial ability. It'll be a lot different with the COVID thing going on. Travel in and out of countries and states. So, uh, in another episode, I talked about, the design of a flag. That's something that has to be done by people. The Constitution, the declarations. Now, you don't have to, uh, as a member of the Exodus, because the Exodus is not the NFAC. They're they're gonna do their thing regardless, and so this is, nationhood and a discussion about the NFAC. So all repatriates basically are going to have the opportunity to come back and repatriate, become a citizen of from the diaspora, from Africa, whether it be Gambia or Ghana or Nigeria, Fuala. Um, it's just, a lot of people are opening their doors and welcoming home the diaspora. Now, Ghana made some billions on their uh, 2019 welcome home efforts. And so, yeah, guys, basically, if you want to leave, that's the process. Go ahead and get a passport, um, and start getting together shipping, learning about shipping, and get your stuff shipped over there. It's well known that you don't want to try and travel with that stuff. Uh, and that's pretty much it. Land is cheap there. A few $1,000s and you can have your plot of land. You can build you something. Everything's pretty cheap, you know. You're gonna have to, like I said, go with the attitude of development and not with the attitude of where can I get a job at, which you can in a larger city like, of course, Nigeria is doing well, and you can, get a job there, but that's something that you would need to look into. Now, really, it's a short discussion. I really don't think anything else is worth discussing. Uh, Remember, the main goal for the NFAC is an exodus, because nobody's going to give us land. We know that. And so, this exodus, he wants his people to go, but if you want to stay, that's up to you. And there is her contacts, uh, Queen Juliet. You can, well, it's coming up. It's going to come up in a second. Yeah, and as you can see, that's a lot of land, a lot of land, and it's not what the media here tells us it is. Of course, I would not make a video about it if that were the case. And so um, there are other. That's the smiling coast of Gambia, of the Gambia. I don't ask me why it's the. Uh, it's I think it's a colonial name that stuck because of the river Gambia, and you can get more information on it yourself. So yeah, guys, I just wanted to at least come back and bring some closure back on to the end of the short video series of nationhood, because that's what really needs to be talked about now. It can be talked about in more intricacies, uh, a lot more intricacies. But I mean, we could like, because the thing about it, it's not hard, but it's not easy too, because a lot of people are poor, and especially because of the COVID-19, and if a lot of people aren't working and just money is not out there like normal, like it used to be, then you may see it as difficult. But what we can do is go in groups, go in groups of 5, go in groups of 10, reduce the travel impact, something like that. Cruising, a ship or private planes. I don't know. It's just, group economics is what Dr. Boyce teaches. And of course, just common sense tells you that a group can spend more money than a single individual. And so, forming groups, I guess that would be the next thing right now. We can start here, forming groups for travel, and even start some kind of program to help others, uh, form groups to get to Africa, because the Asian man and the European man want the minerals there. They don't even want to be there. I don't think they can be there. If you believe in spirituality and witchcraft and voodoo and all that stuff, which is real to a certain extent, um, then they just can't be there anyway. So let's look at the time frame. It's about to go into another video, because I don't want to go over 30 minutes with you guys. I'm at 13. Seems like I've been talking forever. Um, so yeah, the discussion basically is, the Exodus, getting to the motherland and developing it. So let's get some comments down in the box there, and talk about it. Uh, Talk about forming groups. You can reach me at my email. Um, that's King Yacht Dog. That's KINGYATTDOG at Gmail. And we can go from there. Basically, forming travel groups to get to and from, back and forth, and developing a information network, a center, so that the pitfalls that we have going and coming back, we can, eliminate for others. So that's really where we're at now. Is we can't. Oh, Enoch is a good. Do you guys know about Enoch? That's a very good read and listen as well. So yeah, we need to be setting schedules for this month, next month, and leaving right now. Uh, because, of course, the NFAC, remember, its main goal is the Exodus. Breonna Taylor is a stepping stone, a secondary. That is not the mission of the NFAC. And remember, once again, when I'm doing commentary about the NFAC, and so um, I do not speak for the NFAC, so don't uh, misunderstand what I'm saying. But they're gonna go, and their main goal is still leaving. It just so happens that, en route, we they were um, not distracted. It's not a distraction. That's actually what they do. And so yeah. So people need to be preparing. You guys need to be trying. Let's link up. Let's start this thing off right. Let's get uh, a page up. You know. Um, let's get some funds going. Uh, let's get the information back and forth, because the thing about it, which I'm sure is a problem for most people, is where do I stay, where do I live, and can I buy land, this and that. And so those are the questions that we can ask and answer here. I'm sure somebody's ready right now to say, hey, can we get some land? And if we could send a few people over to survey, to be representative, to start bank accounts, and uh, learn about the information, and regurgitate it so that others can use it. Because right now nobody's doing that. And so that's basically all I'm trying to get people to start talking about. Because let's listen in on Enoch, guys. Let's listen in on Enoch. Let's see what let's listen in for a second, and I'll come back, because I want to talk about this, but I don't want to bore you guys to death. Looks like I'm at 17 minutes, 18 minutes, and I think it's still recording. We know it had a white screen there. Let's listen and see.
And each measure of olive shall yield 10 presses of oil. And cleanse thou the earth from all oppression, and from all unrighteousness, and from all sin, and from all godlessness, and all uncleanness that is wrought upon the earth.
Oh no, we need to start. That thing needs to start from the beginning, if you guys. Alright, let's give the Book of Enoch, R.H. Charles, a chance here. Let's do 1 minute and see what we can gather from it, because this is pertinent too. These are things that you need to know when you leave here, or just here. You just need to know these things. I'm not religious. I used to be. I was born Christian. I was raised Christian. Of course, all religions are forced on the kids, and so I departed from Christianity when I woke up many years ago. 10 or more. I'm gonna have to pause this because